We always want new maps. We cannot get enough of new maps in this game. New random battle maps, grand battle mode maps. Well, maybe not so much about grand battle maps, but Frontline map most definitely needs to arrive. New Frontline map definitely needs to arrive fairly soon, because after a couple episodes this Frontline mode has been active, and a couple events before that, player base is kinda getting bored already seeing that same old Frontline map. We already know everything about this one and only old map. We know where enemy tank destroyers most likely are going to camp, where enemy heavy tanks are going to push from, how to counter every single position, good positions for medium tanks, light tanks, scouting routes and stuff like that. We know way too much about that one and only Frontline map, so definitely it needs some refreshing. This mode needs some refreshing with new map. And good news, ladies and gentlemen, new Frontline map is on the horizon. Couple days ago I received some details, a little description about this upcoming map, some pictures and minimap picture as well. So let's have a look what Wargaming is thinking about doing. Hello commanders, says Wargaming. A new map for the Frontline mode with a current designation of WG Epic Suburbia is about to enter closed testing. So once again, super test players are able to test it out. The rules are familiar. There are 6 zones, bases to defend or capture, and there are 5 large guns, the main targets, aka pillboxes, for the attackers to destroy. And if you haven't seen one of my previous episodes, now those pillboxes, those large guns at the end of the map which you have to destroy, are going to do some spotting as well, starting from the next update to 1.5.1. It was in their latest patch notes for the 1.5.1, so watch out for that. The new map's setting is winter in the suburbs of the post-World War II Central European city. Here you can battle it out in open patches with complex terrain, small towns, ruins of old castles and a power station, a quarry, vast military bunkers, and among lots of other stuff. And we are going to get some tunnel action as well, some sneaky tunnel action. More about that when I show you the pictures. But here is the minimap, or minimap's prototype at least, the early first prototype. And they describe this map as followed. The first line of defense is chiefly made up of city blocks with some open passages and approaches. Expect close to mid-range fighting here. So they say made up of city blocks with some open passages and approaches. So city blocks. I guess you have to start attacking from the south side. Yeah, this makes sense, because over there I can see some more housing than in the north side. So most likely they hide some pillboxes up on the hills. Yeah, this makes sense, so you start from the south side. We have some river action as well, which is going through 2 defensive lines, seems like it. So let's see what they say about the middle area of the map. The second defensive line is less urban, featuring large terrain folds at the flanks that favor bold and swift moves to take the best tactical positions. So fast medium tanks, Progetto of course is going to shine once again. The power station in the middle is a true redoubt, being one of the most densely built up parts of the map. And seems like you can easily access that power station from the south side, from the north side, from west and east. From the east you actually have to cross the river, seems like it. According to my eyes at least, and from the west side you have to get through some buildings first. And I wonder if we have tunnels underneath that power station as well. Maybe we are going to find it out looking at the pictures. On the left side we have some hill action, rocks, stuff like that, artillery shadow, artillery cover, medium tanks, good compression, heavy tanks are going to do some work over there definitely. On the right side, east seems to be super open. I wonder where the capture zone is going to be. Hopefully in the middle of the houses, otherwise it would be super easy to defend it from almost every single direction. We have to wait and see. Finally, the last line, the zone with primary targets, has a mixed landscape with varied terrain shapes. There are military bunkers here so large you can enter them to outmaneuver your adversaries or to fight them inside. Okay, now it makes sense. Looking at the map, I think we can all understand now that those red dots with red arrows are tunnels on this map. Interesting, we do not have any tunnel action before that on any other map. I do not remember at least. We have some underneath bridge fighting action but no tunnels, if I remember correctly. And as always, they say the map is currently in the works and its looks aren't final, but rest assured it's a truly novel map for the Frontline mode you came to like so much. It is too early to speak of the release date for the map as the testing is just starting. So I think in the episode 6 maybe we are going to see it in couple months. Usually they take like couple months to make one or another map, and this map is bigger than any other map. But now let's take a look at the pictures and maybe we get a bit better feel of this map to see what is going on and how it looks like. For the start, as you can see once again, we have pilotless gunships flying around on the battlefield, quite a high tech for this World War II game. Pilotless gunships flying around the power plant over there. Here is the railroad, so this has to be the west side, right? Yes, west side over here, because on the other side we had many houses. So this is the minimap once again, a bit bigger for you. The railroad, this means yes, this is the west part of the map. And I wonder where is the capture zone over here. Can we see any capture zone rings? Oh, I think, let me see. Yep, I think this is a capture zone ring. So this is where the capture zone is going to be. Quite hard to defend, if I'm completely honest with you. Like, look around it. Super rocky, bumpy place. I think you can snipe from here. But if you hide your light tank, your heavy tank behind this, I don't know, crane, whatever it is, then you might be kind of safe. And if you want to decap it, you have to be super aggressive. You have to peek over those ridge lines, those hills, bumps, what not. So this is really, really interesting positioning for the capture zone. So here is the minimap once again. If we have any questions, we are coming back to the minimap. In the power plant area. This, yeah, somewhere over here. I think like this position. Could be. What do you guys think? This position over here in the middle of the houses, and I can see power plant. Yeah, I think so. And yet another angle of the power plant. We have some little mini bumps, some more housing. From the distance you can see, oh sorry, from the distance you can see quite an open ground. Yeah, so this has to be a completely different zone to attack, to defend. Okay, not bad, not bad. Next picture. I think this is near to the first capture zone we looked at. Maybe this is it actually. Or something like this, a machine like this was in the capture zone as well. Now we are moving away from the power plant. I think this is some kind of a memorial. Sorry, let's go back. Crane on the top of the, what do you call it? I don't know. Anyway, some kind of a memorial, I believe. A city area. Roads, houses, hills in the distance. Yeah, not bad. Under construction still, this house. Where is the power plant? Okay, power plant is all the way back here. Or is this a different one? I think this is a different one. Yeah, this is not the same one. I think this is actually outside from the map already. Once again, what can we see? This is quite an open ground, definitely. So this might be the east side, east part of the map. Because west side was a lot more hilly and bumpy. We might be in the east right now. And okay, this didn't work. this one, yet another angle of the power plant. Artillery shots, I guess. Alright, nothing super revealing. Okay, tunnel, yeah. This is one of those tunnels, I believe. This is one of those tiny tunnels where you can simply cruise through from one side to another. But remember, we had one tunnel with inner like turns as well, like this one over here. Yeah, this is the exact tunnel I'm talking about. This should be at the very edge of the map. Let's go back to the minimap. This tunnel should be this one, as you can see. So this should be the final zone to defend and to attack, but we have two one-way tunnels as well, or you know what I mean. Okay, let's move forward. Where are those tunnels? Over here. So no cover whatsoever. If you get stuck over here, you have nowhere to hide. You are completely exposed. Same thing over here, no cover whatsoever. So if you want to fight in the tunnel, better bring some high DPM vehicle or tank with really good armor. If you get stuck over here, you might be dead. So now you know everything that I know as well about this new upcoming Frontline mode map. I cannot wait for it. The Frontline mode really needs some spicing up. For me, the old map is already so overplayed. One and the single map with the same positions, battle after 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 battle. But this map, it is going to give us a little breath of fresh air at least. Definitely it is going to spice up things in the Frontline game mode, but as always, to get the best feeling, to get the real feeling how this map is going to work out, we have to play on it. This goes to every single map in this game. On paper it might look good, but in actual reality, while you're on the battlefield, it might be a complete shite. Hopefully this is not going to be the case with this map, and hopefully it is balanced, it is playable. In Frontline game mode, balancing might be the key word to use when Wargaming is making new maps, because badly balanced Frontline mode map is going to ruin this game mode for sure. Well, if one side is super easy to attack, let's say west side is easy to attack, of course attackers are going to focus on it, defenders are defenseless, and if they bring more guys from the other zones, then other zones are defenseless, and this F's up the entire Frontline mode defense mode, and attackers are going to win all the time. And vice versa, if defending the positions is way too easy, then attackers simply run out of time, battle after battle. Frontline mode maps, those maps actually need some closed testing or public testing before they are going to bring it into the main game. These type of maps, they need way more testing than the regular maps, for sure. Anyway, now you know everything I know about this map as well. I hope you enjoy it. I hope I am going to enjoy this map as well. At the moment, no ETA, so let's simply wait and see. I catch you next time with something else. I hope you had one awesome weekend. Stay awesome, take care, and bye.